Alright everyone, so let's go ahead and jump right into this sales report. The very first item that I sold happened to be these two Pinup Girl ink blotters. Bought these in a lot with a bunch of other pinup stuff, and I just decided to go ahead and sell them. Girls were neat looking, but they just didn't really appeal to me. I'm more of the arcade card collector, not the ink blotters. Bought those in a lot of stuff for I can't even remember how much because it's been so long. But I sold both of those for 10 bucks. This was a Kohl's pickup. It's a Under Armour United States of America tank top, and I picked that up for $2.50 and I sold it for $16.99. A while back at an antique store, I picked up a bunch of these old magazines from the 50s and 60s. And I looked through them, and some of them were a little bit more feminine than I would like personally when I collect the vintage media. So I went ahead and listed them. I paid about $1 something a piece for them. And this lot, I sent an offer to an interested buyer for $10, and that's what I sold them for. That's still way more than what I spent on the three of these put together. Another Kohl's pickup, another Under Armour United States of America tank top, paid $2.50, sold for $16.99. I got this Lily Bermuda, or Paradis Bermudis Eau de Toilette. I bought it in a lot of stuff at a flea market for, I think it was probably 10 bucks for 5 or 6 items. I'm thinking it was more like 5, so I paid $2 for it. Sold it for full asking price of $39.99. I got this really adorable cat climbing on a chair figurine. It's made of porcelain. It has a Japan stamp on the bottom of it. Sold it to an interested buyer for an asking price of $12 from $14.99. I picked this up at a local Goodwill. I believe I paid $2 or $3.99 for it. It's a military mascot blanket. They made ones for the Army, the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Air Force. This one I believe was for the Air Force. Oh no, sorry, the Navy goat. My apologies. Anyway, I sold it for full asking price of $19.99. A while ago here on eBay, I went ahead and was looking for a specific pinup postcard because I had been watching one and I didn't want to pay the price that this person was asking, so I found a whole lot of them. I paid $10 for 20 of them, I believe, so that's about 50 cents a piece. So I went ahead and listed the other ones for, just kind of based on subject matters, if they were similar, like this is about going on vacation and just, being in different places other than home. So I had them up for $5.99 and someone offered me $5 and I went ahead and took it. And they got free shipping because all I had to do was put them in an envelope and stick a postage stamp on it and they were out of here. This I've had for quite a while. It's the Corona Extra y Victoria Son Cervezas Modelo advertising Corona beer. Picked this up a while ago for $8 and I just felt it was time to let it go. I mean, I really like the bright colors. I love how pretty the girl is on here. But brewery items and, I'm not a beer drinker, so I just thought it was time to let it go. And I did take a best offer of $20 for that. From 8 to 20, that's a pretty good profit there. It's $12. Got this at a local thrift shop in town that I recently just started hitting again in the last few months because it was on my way to the Goodwill outlet. This is a Style All Is Bright 8-pack lip gloss set. It looks like it was probably from some winter collection, like maybe it was put out before last Christmas or something like that. So I bought that for $2.49 and I sold it for full asking price of $29.99. I think I paid $2 or $3 for this Mary Kay Private Spa Collection fragrance set, and I sold it for full asking price of $12.99. This was another charity thrift shop find. It's the Philosophy Snow Angel Body Lotion. It was completely sealed. I took off the cap and the factory seal was still on it. And I think I paid $3.75 or $4. It was either $3.75 or $4.75. And I sold it for full asking price of $16.99. Really, really long story to go along with this walkie-talkie set. I bought this a long time ago for $1 with the intentions of sending it into Amazon. Now, I sent it into Amazon. It sat for a long time, so I decided to take it back so I didn't have crazy huge amount of fees. And then I decided to go ahead and resend it back in, so I did. And then when it sat for even longer, I decided, okay, I'm done with this. So I sent it back, put it on eBay once, took it off of eBay, and then just recently relisted it. Because I had it for so freaking long, I went ahead and just, whatever offer came in, I took. So they offered me $12 for it. Since I only invested $1, I just went ahead and accepted because I wanted this thing out of my life. I wanted it gone, people. So this was a very recent pickup from the town-wide yard sale that we had back in July. This is a 1968 Princess Grace doll from Hong Kong. Whether that means Princess Grace as in Grace Kelly or just this was just the name that they gave this doll. I paid 50 cents for her. With eBay's new feature being able to send offers to buyers, I sent out an offer of $8 to the person who was interested, and they gladly accepted. So from 50 cents to $8, that's pretty good. Now another long story with this item. This is a horse pillbox. I think the top is made of porcelain. Bought this at a thrift store because I thought it was interesting. And then I went ahead and decided I might as well go ahead and try to sell it. So I listed it on eBay for I think about the same price. And it just didn't sell, so I took it off. My dad took it to his showcase at the vendor mall he has a space in. Didn't sell there. And then I said, you know what, let me just give it one more try on eBay, and it sold for full asking price of $9.99. And I think this was $3.60 from a thrift store that is down where I used to live. This was a trash find. Somebody must have just cleaned out something, or I don't know what the situation was, but this is Dusk of the Gods PC game. It's from 1991. And apparently it's hard to find, but not worth that much. I mean, I got it for nothing, so whatever I made on it was fine. But, again, this was another item I sent into Amazon, had it in there for a while, and decided to have it sent back. And I was pleasantly surprised to sell it for $30. I think I sent that offer to somebody and they paid it. Now, this appeals to a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons kind of group, like the people who like that kind of stuff. So I know some collectors either going to be playing this game or will just have it with their vintage PC games. So this was an item that I got at the Goodwill outlet for basically next to nothing. Because you know you pay by the pound there, not by the piece. And I sold it for full asking price of $39.99. And according to this little receipt that was still in here from years ago, somebody originally paid $139.93. So it was originally $119.94, and then with shipping and handling, they had to pay $20. That's crazy, and that's why I included this in the listing, because I felt someone would need to see how ridiculous this thing was back in the day. So this was another arbitrage pickup. I got these at Walmart. I remember I was just kind of perusing the aisles in the houseware area every now and then. Sometimes I come across something. And for whatever reason, these other Starbucks tumblers with the straws were still originally $13, $14, which I'm sure compared to what you would pay at the actual Starbucks stores is a pretty good deal. But they were red and they were festive for Christmas and they were still that much. And then I scanned these and realized how cheap they were, so I went ahead and got one. I originally was going to use one and sell one to pay off the one I was keeping, but then came across a better one at Marshall's, and I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and sell both of them. Now, one person did buy another one, but for whatever reason, people are just so incompetent and stupid, and they buy it, and then they're like, oh, I want to cancel this order, I didn't mean to buy it. I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't know what the heck you did, but there could have been a number of situations. I'm not going to get into them, but you get what I mean. So I picked this up. I believe it was either at my Salvation Army or I got it at a Goodwill. I'm thinking this was probably at a Goodwill for like $2 or $3. I took a best offer of $11 on it. It's brand new. Now, funny story with these Rubbermaid mop refills. My Goodwills get a ton of this new stuff in, and I guess when it doesn't sell, it goes right to the outlets, and that's when I get it. These refills would have been worth about $10 a piece. I did offer $8 just to get rid of it. My cats, for whatever reason, they love our basement, and I think they had gotten a hold of these and chewed them up completely, so one survived. And I guess they just had fun with it, so I was able to survive, or one survived, I was able to sell it. It paid off all of them because I paid $1 a piece, so not a huge profit, I guess, but I'll take it because it paid off the other ones that my cats wrecked. This was another recent pickup. It's a pet egg with a handle. Paid $1 for it. Sold it for $14.99. I got this when I went thrifting out in Pennsylvania at one of those charity thrift stores. I paid $1 for it. It's a Bath & Body Works spray, a Cotton Blossom. And that sold for $14.99. Picked up this really awesome Aristocrat Florals Bone China pin. I paid 99 cents for that, and I took a best offer of $6. I got this in a flea market-y booth in an antique mall. I believe it was $2 and some change. It was $3, and then it was 25% off that day, so I think it was probably like $2.15. And I sold it for $10. And unfortunately, the chirping noise doesn't work, and I mentioned that in the description. The ones that do really, really well are the ones from the National Audubon Society, and I've found those on a few occasions and sold them for pretty good money. I gotta thank Pudgy Picker for that one, because I would have never thought to snatch those if I hadn't been watching her videos. I got this really cool new in package Mini-Matic mixer by Ideal from 1970. And it came in a box lot of stuff that I paid $18 for. There were 18 items in the box, so I paid $1 for this. Sold it for full asking price of $19.99. Now, most of you all know that a lot of dolls from the 80s don't really tend to sell for that much. If you ever come across Mattel's Lady Lovely Lock dolls in their original boxes, please pick them up. They do sell for a pretty good number. Now, when I originally found this, it was in this exact condition. I did wipe off the doll's face because it was a little dirty. It came from a store, I guess, in 1988, and it came like this, I'm assuming. They had it written $5.99, and that's how much it cost, and then they marked it down half because of the condition of the box. So then the Salvation Army charged me $1.50 for it. I went ahead and listed it for $39.99. Because the box was in such rough shape, I went ahead and took the offer that the first interested buyer gave me, which was $20. But if you can find these with the box and being in very good condition, they can sell for about $50, $60. So keep your eyes peeled for the Lady Lovely Lock dolls from the late 80s. Alright, we are slowly running out of time here, so I'm going to try to go through these last two items real quick. I got 14 mid-century cabinet door handles. Paid $13 for those and along with some other things, and I sold those for $19.99. And to conclude the month of August, I had a really great sale for this Nerium Firm Body Contouring Cream. I did pay up for this product, $15 a piece, so that's $30 invested. I sold one bottle for a full asking price of $84.99. So if I go ahead and sell the other one for $84.99 as well, that is sorry, my math is real bad. $170, I think it is. So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. Bye, guys.